Earlier this month, the U.S. government announced that it would support a patent waiver for the COVID-19 vaccine. Such a big news for everyone, and it's not groundless.
If the U.S. discovers a vaccine first, will you commit to sharing that technology with other countries? And will you ensure there are no patents to stand in the way of other countries and companies mass-producing those life-saving vaccines?
Absolutely, positively. This is the only humane thing in the world to do.
Yes, as early as he was running for the U.S. president, Biden has publicly committed to it. And recently, his administration finally sounded out again, making it clear that it would not renege on its promise. U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai said in a statement that the U.S. government supports the waiver of intellectual property protections for COVID-19 vaccines. She said the aim is to get as many safe and effective vaccines to as many people as fast as possible. However, as Nature called it a shock, the move has caused huge controversy from many quarters. First, American COVID-19 vaccine manufacturers, such as Pfizer, immediately spoke out against it. In an open letter, Pfizer chairman Albert Bourla said the Biden administration's proposal would disrupt the manufacture and put the safety and security of all at risk. And despite this alternate argument, the economic benefits of protecting vaccine patents may be the most fundamental reason Pfizer opposes this proposal. In March, a Guardian report found that over the past 12 months, the share price of Moderna, one of the world's leading suppliers of COVID-19 vaccines, increased 372%. And the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine revenue is reportedly expected to hit $26 billion in 2021. No doubt the Biden administration's proposed vaccine patent waiver will be a massive blow to these pharmaceutical companies.
Vaccine makers taking a hit in the last hour of trading after the Biden administration said it supports waiving patent protections for COVID vaccines.
And more essentially, this scenario raises a crucial and long-term question. If patents are waived in this pandemic outbreak, should they be waived in all future outbreaks if unfortunate? And given the patent protection is the vital financial lifeline of almost all vaccine manufacturers, will any of them next time be still willing to take an impressive risk and cost to develop and produce a life-saving vaccine as they have done this time? Waiving patents on COVID-19 vaccines was much harder to do than it is to say. The patent issues involved are not as simple as one patent for each vaccine. Every stage of development and production involves numerous technologies, methods, and techniques, which means countless holders of these patents and licenses. A preliminary research paper recently published in Nature Biotechnology shows the types of patents involved in the production of messenger RNA vaccines, plus the entities involved, and the complexity of how they are related to each other. All these scientific nouns related to messenger RNA vaccines are more or less protected by patents and licenses held by various companies, government departments, and research institutions. This dizzying illustration shows how many stakeholders the Biden administration would have to negotiate to waive COVID-19 vaccine patents. There are too many barriers for them to get over. As well as causing a stir in the United States, the Biden administration's proposal has been met with equally strong skepticism internationally.
La priorité d'aujourd'hui, c'est pas les brevets, c'est pas vrai, on se mentirait, c'est la production. Donc qu'est-ce qui bloque aujourd'hui la production? D'abord, c'est d'ouvrir. Nous, sur ce qu'on a produit, on a à peu près laissé exporter 50%. Aux États-Unis, en Grande-Bretagne, 100% de ce qui a été produit a été consommé sur le marché domestique.
The messenger RNA vaccines from companies such as Pfizer require highly specialized and sophisticated techniques that are simply unavailable to most pharmaceutical companies in a majority of developing and less developed countries. So at this stage, sharing more available vaccines with these countries is far more effective. However, under the Biden administration, just like what Macron has said, the US has done little in this regard. In the face of a global pandemic, vaccines are understandably expected to be more widely and thoroughly public. But let's not forget that the COVID-19 vaccine is a scarce resource worldwide, mainly produced by private manufacturers, which means the problems behind are intricate and complex. When politicians are campaigning, they are only visionaries, and the promise of the idealistic sweep will help them attract votes. But when a politician does govern and becomes a problem solver, the question of how to deliver on that promise should be at the heart of it all. Selflessness in words will not achieve his idealistic vision, whether it is to patent-free the COVID-19 vaccine or, more fundamentally, to help the world fight the pandemic. When and how will the Biden administration really take that very first step? The world will be watching. And before we call it, I also want to leave you with a question. Would you choose to waive vaccine patents if you were the decision maker? And what's your reason? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and comment below with your opinions and hit that subscribe button so that we can keep on smashing more likes together. This is Foxtel. Thank you for watching.